How would you feel if you sold a rare personal item to someone who would eventually become your best friend's enemy? That's what happened when Drake bought Pharrell's chains and then went on to rap about melting them down. Do you think he did that? Put it in the comments if you think he did that. But while being interviewed about auctions and selling pieces of history, Pharrell was asked his feelings about Drake buying his jewelry. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkless World reporting for the Chick Smooth channel. We gotta talk about this. So Pharrell sat down with GQ to talk about his job at Louis Vuitton, and eventually that conversation led to him starting his own online auction company, which ties into Drake. They asked, 2 years ago, you founded an online auction platform called Jupiter. To launch it, you got all of your iconic jewelry, stuff from, let's call it your hubris era, out of storage and sold it. Was that stuff weighing on you? Pharrell answers, I didn't realize. You never realize how much all the stuff you have weighs on you, but it does. You don't know it until you get rid of it. The muscles in my back, now they work without straining. When you let that go, man, you feel so free. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist in the world. It's still there. And whatever happens to them, happens to them. Interviewer says, right, in this case, Drake buys a bunch of it. Pharrell says, sure. How and when did you find out he was the buyer? And were you like, is this for? And Pharrell said, no, because I think beyond all the ongoings, at the heart of it all, he's a fan of music. He's a fan of the history of what it is. And I happen to be a part of that. And those artifacts are part of it. So when you found out he bought them, you were like, cool? Yeah. And then when he was rapping about melting the jewelry down and saying, come and get this legacy out my house and all that stuff, how did that strike you? It didn't. That didn't strike you. No. How exactly do you expect him to feel after he decided to put his jewelry up for auction? No matter if it's your car or your house, if you're willing to sell your stuff at all, then it probably doesn't have that much sentimental value to you like it once did. But also people aren't buying your stuff and then rapping about melting it down for a rap battle or because of a rap battle. So that makes the conversation a little tricky, but it's still his stuff. If you buy something at auction, you can do whatever you want with it. You can buy all of the Super Bowl rings that you can find out in public because they were for sale. That means someone needed the money more than they needed the sentimental value of looking at them. Just like the people who cut up jerseys when a player leaves the team. They can do whatever they want with it. They already paid for it.